Would you like to see the most disturbing video I've seen all week? Let's go.
Bird came up to the girl in high school. She was like, no, I don't want you. And then once she became a baby mama, he was a CEO. He was a CEO executive and all that. And she's like, hey, you remember me? He said, no, I don't want you.
What happened?
Let me tell you something. We were victims then making horrible ass decisions with grown ass niggas preying on us.
Oh, would you look at that? Just look at that.
Ladies, you're still not going to find the nerd attractive. You're going to find flaws in the things that he does. So the question then becomes, what happened to y'all sugar daddies? Because that's essentially what it looks like. It seems as though these ladies have decided to say, hey, man, I got a new type, a new sugar daddy and all of this crap and everything like that. And I got to be fair, square, obvious, and honest with y'all. It's not going to turn out the way the ladies think. See, the problem with it is that type of woman doesn't even understand what truly makes a quote-unquote nerd a nerd. It's his affinity towards things that he likes. If he loves physics, if he loves biology, the sciences, the exploration of mind, not the, hey, give us 1,000 crystals and astrology signs and all of that crap. That's not what's going on here. If she was really intelligent about it, what she would realize is she needs to find a man that is willing to sacrifice and be overly dedicated. That type of stuff, because that's the type of men that she should be looking for, those type of qualities. And then you could go, oh, well, physically, I want this, physically, I want that. What happened to the 6'3"? The 6'3" is 6 feet tall, 6 figures, and a six-pack. They're starting to find out that those guys, yeah, the ones that you're really thinking about in the NFL and NBA and some even in the MLB, yeah, they're not about to sit here and wipe y'all up. They're not about to sit here and make y'all what y'all want, because they're not supposed to. Their dedication is to now, the licentious behaviors as of now, those type of things. So respectfully to this lady, no. What I wrote on Instagram, I thought was pretty good. It says, listen, y'all still don't find the nerds attractive still. You're actively believing these dudes will save you now. You're not teaching your daughter to appreciate a young man who is dedicated and shows resistance to worldly pleasures. Learn to appreciate a man and seek an actual man's needs. Seek what an actual man needs, pardon me. Are you trying to bag a CEO? You're not even going to be able to attract him mentally, only physically. So that's where you'll be at if they indulge with you. What I mean is this. A lot of these ladies are so arrogant. I won't call them stupid because it's not necessary. A lot of these ladies are so freaking arrogant that they're going to believe that, oh, you can get around a dude who is making a lot of money, that's a CEO, and you can just attract him off the rip. Yeah, you can, physically. So what is going to happen is they'll try to get around them, press up everything, have everything tight and wear the little body suits and all that stuff and come off immensely provocative. What she's not seeing is what he sees. He's going to assess the situation as though it has been a common practice in his whole entire life. He doesn't drive the super expensive vehicle because the super expensive vehicle comes with so many breakdowns that it's not going to get him from A to B all the time. It's going to get him from A to B, look nice, break down, they had to go on the shopping and you had to wait on it. That's why you don't see the super rich riding around in these massive luxurious vehicles that are essentially big as hell. No, they get the fuel efficient, need less repair vehicles, and that is their everyday vehicle. Not saying that they don't own some type of nice luxury something, because they do. But you're not going to be able to appreciate that, right? Then what happens? That man is an excess. Is a claims adjuster, right? He's a person who's going to assess everything about you. He's going to assess your looks. Then he's going to ask, what does she want from me? And if you're coming off as, oh, yeah, I really, really, really like you for what you do for me. Well, then he has to then mirror and say, what can you do for me? Now this becomes an exchange. It doesn't become a relationship. You just indulge in prostitution. And trust and believe, those dudes ain't tripping. But if you think that while you on them vacations and all of this crap and everything, that he's about to fund your time to shine fake business that's going to go nowhere, because the Better Business Bureau literally shows that 90% of businesses started today will not make it to the next year. And then 95% of those businesses, I mean, the 10% that is going to make it 1 year, 95% of those will not exist in 2 years. So you get down to basically what 2.5 is what it breaks down to, or 5%. And then from there, the third year, 90% of those businesses won't make it. I've watched it happen. I've watched it happen with trucking companies, with so many restaurants and all this crap where people thought they had the sauce and they couldn't reinvent themselves. That's a whole nother thing for a whole nother thing. So now this CEO who has been so meticulous in his life is supposed to get a whiff view, and it's supposed to do what exactly? Oh, that's a future wife. No, it's not. No, it's not. Majority of men, especially black men in particular, don't have kids. Sorry. So you come with your children and he's supposed to get what out of it? That's the part where a lot of ladies don't freaking get it. I don't think you ladies understand. The man that raises somebody else's kids get nothing. What does he do exactly? What does he do exactly? What's the reward for that exactly? Are you going to change their last names to his to carry his legacy? Allow him to fully adopt those children, because that's the only way it works. Allow him to fully adopt those children, allow him to change their last names, and allow him to now get a junior if you have a son. Are we doing that? No, you're not going to do that. Then a lot of y'all will literally say, my kids come first, which essentially says that you need to praise my kids who have nothing to do with you as much as I do. Who would sign up for that exactly? I don't think a lot of you ladies understand the message that you're supposed to literally put out about a relationship with you and your children is, my kids are great. They are doing fine. That's what you should put out there, because you're coming off as, hey, take care of my kids. Whether or not that's what you mean, it doesn't matter. Now to the biggest issue. Why is it that you need the nerd? What happened to the old trope, the old credo of strong, independent woman? What happens now more and more is there's a new message. And the new message is, you guys are going to die alone. Newsflash, he was born alone. He bore the success through hard work and dedication alone. Do you not realize that every moment that he's had where it turned around in his favor was always alone? And if you got money, the nursing home is there. And for a lot of you ladies who keep on saying you're going to die alone, what does that mean exactly? What does that mean exactly? I don't get it. That means he's supposed to pay for the company of you as he gets older? Oh, nope, because he can go get a younger woman. Oh, but that's grooming. That's grooming. You're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to do that. And I'm not here to judge anybody on what they do or what they seek and all of that crap. But I will say this. Yeah, no. If you truly want the nerd, you truly want the man that you claim you want, you need to be what he needs you to be, which means you have to change up some things. And a lot of you ladies will say, well, listen to this and go, I'm not changing up nothing. If he can't accept me, he can't accept me. He can't accept me. Then do your thing. I'm not telling you you're wrong. If what you've been doing been getting the results that you need, then who am I to say a single thing about it? But if you're watching this video with the thoughts of how does this work for a man, let me help you out. It doesn't. If you're watching this video to understand What can a man gain from women like this? Let me tell you, nothing. She's another bill. She'll bring more bills. She'll want to get pregnant. She'll want to take him to child support court. She'll want a percentage of his money allocated, because that's how the court system does. They literally look at how she's living and they look at the money that he's making, and then they take a percentage of that. Oh my. So when you're sitting here and you're listening and you're looking and you're looking and you're listening, let's understand something in its entirety. A lot of these ladies don't freaking get it. You're not going to be attracted to that man, that nerd. You may be attracted to the things and all of that stuff, but then the passion will go out. Then the fire will go out. Then everything else will seem like you've wasted your youth. And what will happen is the next victimization method will come out, and they will say, I was wrong. I didn't spend it with somebody that I love. Ladies, get somebody that you truly love, that you can grow old with. It's not about the money. Even if you are granted a nerd, you're still not going to be attracted to him in the ways in which you would a quote unquote thug or drug dealer, because that vigor of violence and not knowing, and somebody would hurt somebody if they disrespected your name, that false power that you think you have, that devalues the man's life to essentially a punk ass emotion that you have, a spare the moment emotion, that nerd doesn't have it. That nerd understands call the police when it's going crazy. That nerd understands get the hell out of Dodge when it's getting crazy. That nerd understands don't indulge with stupidity, because from a distance, nobody can tell the difference of who's the stupidest person or who started it. That type of stuff. Ladies, can you handle that? I don't think so. Because if you could, you would, and you would be doing it now. So, hey, I get it. You want better, do better. You want to look at your future and all of that crap. But futuristically speaking, 10 years from now, they're going to claim that they wasted their youth, their 30s and their 40s, that youth, because you're not old in your 40s and in your 30s. You're just not. But when they get to their 50s, they're going to say, oh my God, I wasted my time with this man and he persuaded me with money and stability and I was taken advantage of. Yeah. No. Let me help you ladies out. The day that you figure it out is the day that you can truly be happy. If we can, Black America in particular, including myself, had to learn how to do one thing well. Eat better, daily exercise, and literally schedule out every freaking aspect of your day. Take an hour, get up early, and prep your whole entire day for what it is you're supposed to do. Start to sleep regularly. Get off the alcohol, get off the drugs, get off of all of that stuff that is messing your mind up and that is sapping your energy. If you can learn to do that, you will learn that what you actually need, ladies, is to be led, men to have accountability, and that will push you. I'm a person who preaches marriage. Understand, I am sick and tired of broken homes. I am sick and tired of these fellas believing that you have to have all of these relationships with so many women to make you feel something when you won't tell the truth. And that is that you are alone and you are afraid of being alone. And who wants to be alone? And then you realize there comes a point in every boy's life when he becomes a man, when he realizes you're going to be alone. And when you can make peace with that, then you'll realize you need to make better assessments and value people for what they do, not who the hell they are. They are what they do. That's the difference. Ladies, when you realize that what you thought was attractive actually is a distraction from what you're supposed to be, it's going to break you. But even from broken things, you can recreate something much better. So with all due respect and disrespect to the shit that we have accepted, no, no, you're not going to get the nerd. You sitting here believing that you're going to use your femme fatale to accompany that man to his greatest heights. He going to leave you because he's supposed to, because nobody likes to feel used. They don't. Everybody likes to feel integrated into society. There's a difference. But hey, maybe I'm wrong.